Well, hey there. Hello, you guys, and welcome to another edition of the Mr. Healthy Habit Show. And today we are going to talk more diet and fitness and nutrition advice. A bit of a backstory here from me. I used to weigh over 330 pounds and about 7 years ago decided to make some serious changes in my life. And it took me about 2 years to lose about 180 pounds of that. And for the last 5 years, I've just been working on maintaining my weight loss through a series of cuts and bulks, trying to get bigger and stronger. And what we are going to talk here today about is how exactly I accomplish this. Now, what I'm going to say here to you is probably not something that you're used to hearing from anybody out there preaching fitness advice, but it is the honest truth. And the truth of it is that I really didn't do anything. The universe, God, did this all through me. You see, I used to believe that every obstacle that came into my life across my fitness journey was some kind of a test. I used to look at the situations that would come into my life, whether it would be shift changing to graveyard or swing shift or injuries or my knees or illness or whatever wants to turn my world upside down, as a challenge. It was the world, it was the universe saying, okay, you've had it easy, Jesse. Let's see how motivated and disciplined you are when we throw your schedule upside down, when we take your health and you have to recover from some kind of hernia surgery, when your knees go bad. Are you the real deal, or were you only able to do this because it was easy for you? And I used to look at these challenges and say, no, I am the real deal. This is not because I've had it easy. I worked my ass off for this, and whatever comes my way, I'm going to conquer it to prove that it wasn't something that I was able to do out of convenience. I was able to do this because, yes, I am that motivated and that disciplined. But after studying philosophy here and a number of different audiobooks for a while and going deeper into my own thoughts, I see now that that wasn't really true. The truth of it is, I was carried by fate. It was only because God allowed me to do this. It was only because the universe, or whatever you believe in, put me in a position and gave me the experiences and influences in my life that allowed me to and compelled me to do this. It's not because I have discipline or I'm motivated or anything like that. It was really fate. At any point in time, something serious could have fallen upon me that would have ended this all. And I can't take that for granted. I can't say that this was me. It's the story of Job. And I'll give you a little bit of what the story of Job here is about. Basically, you take a man from the Bible that had everything, and the devil came to God and told God, he only is good because you've given him much. Let's take his health. Let's take his family. Let's take his fortune. And then we'll see if he still praises your name. Eventually in the story, Job does blaspheme and does turn to God and say, why me? Does it please you to see me this way? Why would you do this to me? And the story here isn't a lesson of blind faith. What really it is to me, what it means to me, it's a story how no matter how good we are, we're only as good as God really has allowed us to be. Once God lifts his protection from us, or the universe lifts its protection, whatever you want to believe in, all of us too, just like Job, would blaspheme. None of us are that good where we can say, oh, no matter what comes in my life, never me. Job was the best of us. But even him, when God lifted his protection, turned against God. And like I've said here, the moral of this story is not about faith. It's about the fact that any one of us could be just like that if God were to lift his protection. I was able to accomplish what I did because God protected me, because the universe protected me. At any point, God could have lifted his protection from me, and I could have suffered some kind of serious injury or a serious health problem, or any number of things that the universe could have thrown at me that could have just derailed my whole fitness journey. So I'm not going to sit here and look at anyone and then preach, oh yeah, I did this. I was able to accomplish, X, Y, Z in my life and my fitness goals and this and that. And you just need to be motivated. You just need to be disciplined. You just need self-control. Because at the end of the day, I've got no idea what it's like to be that person. I've got no idea what it's like to be you. I can't preach here about motivation and all this stuff to you because I don't know what it's like to be you. All I know is that if I was born in your shoes, came from the same neighborhood, all things similar, same circumstances, I would be exactly where you are right now. And if you find yourself 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 pounds overweight, don't get down on yourself about it, because if I was in your shoes from birth, all things similar, I would be exactly where you are now. It's not about motivation and discipline and all of that. It was really fate that allowed me to do what I did. It was my past experiences and influences in my life that compelled me to make those changes. Without that, a different life, I would not have been what I was. So where does that leave you? Where does that leave you if you do have 20, 30, 40, 50 excess pounds to lose? And it's all fate, and there's really nothing you can do to change. You see, I'm not saying that we can't change. I'm not saying that you're a victim of your circumstances. I'm not saying whatever has happened in your life, you're going to always be a victim to those circumstances. I'm not saying change doesn't happen. I'm proof that change does happen. Change does happen, and it's natural. It's a natural part of life. As we speak here, I'm changing. I'm not the same person that I was when I started recording this podcast here today. I'm a completely different person now, with a different body that has already replenished itself over, sharing new ideas and getting new thoughts out. So change does happen. You can change. You will change. It is a natural part of your life, but it's really our experiences and influences in our lives that have to compel those changes. So hopefully, if you get anything out of this podcast, if you get anything out of this episode, what I want that to be is to realize that it's not your fault. It's not that you lack discipline or motivation or anything like that. It's simply a matter of the fact that the right circumstances and conditions and influences just have not come into your life that will compel that kind of change. I made those kind of changes because of the circumstances in my life that had compelled me to. So you can take away from this podcast that you don't have to beat yourself up about your circumstances. You don't have to get down on yourself. Allow this to be the change in your life that makes you look at yourself and say, it's not that I lack motivation. It's not that I lack discipline. Everything is within already. I can do this. I can make those changes. I just have to believe in myself and let those experiences and influences come into my life and welcome them. I hope that this can be one of those influences on your life. And if you have any questions or comments, or if there's anything I can do to help you along your journey, you can always reach out to me on Instagram at Mr. Healthy Habits _ between the Mr. Healthy and the Healthy Habits, or at philosophical.reminders. Also on YouTube at Mr. Healthy Habits. You can follow me there, or reply and comment on this podcast. I hope you are having a blessed day, and hope you look forward to the next episode, because I definitely look forward to recording it for you. Take care.